Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's good? What's
Y'all
good?
already know what it is. Y'all know what it is, man. You
Yes,
know what I'm talking about.
4141, man.
Back
Gator
out
Man
here
Show.
again, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
For
sir.
another one, man. Feel that music TV, man. I got my boy, you know what I'm saying? The one and only.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? 4-1. You know
Yes,
what I'm talking
sir. Yes,
about?
sir. Yes, sir.
I got that boy 4-1 potential up in here once again,
Yes,
y'all.
sir. Yes, sir, man.
You know what I'm
Glad to be
saying?
back. You know, whether popular demand, you know, I'm appreciating the moment, you know what I'm saying, because of the right now the subject matter, you know what I'm saying, the content that's needed for the community, for the people, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, you know, it's a different. Sometimes, you know, a person want to get on here and fool around and hostile and be on jokey joke time,
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying.
Yes,
That's why I
sir.
can relate to people like Charleston White, you know what I'm saying. I don't try to troll or be on anything like
Yeah,
that
we
with
getting right
people like
into
that. So I'm gonna say something like,
before, hey, let me say this though.
okay, yes, sir.
Before you get into it, because I feel like this is important, man. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, when I get up with you and we link up, we out here in nature.
Yes, sir. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We out here in nature. And I know a lot of people probably would want to know, you know what I'm saying, what the reason for that is. And right now, we currently in the park, Conda Park.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's called Conda Park in Killeen, Texas.
Yes, sir.
And there's something you do big every year.
Yes, sir.
Now I want you to kind of talk about that real quick because,
okay, yes,
you know, so it can kind of give people a reason why this park is so important to you.
Sir. And then that goes to why I be even saying like, you know, like I understand where Charleston White coming from, being someone of the community.
Right, right.
Okay, like, you know, our neighborhood is one thing. 4-1, that's just the name of a neighborhood. That's like Bankhead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
people saying Bankhead. Just like respectfully, them people could put a Bankhead in their songs 1,000 times. Respectfully, we could put it in ours and be proud of where we from.
Right.
So this is the community park right here, and this is a vital, you know what I'm saying, community, you know what I'm saying, that's along with Marlboro, you know, the original people that was always here.
Right.
So it's like, this is a neutral spot where it's like, hey man, we always try to bring all the families together. So I didn't want it to be like, well, we stuck on just people thinking it's just straight our community.
Yeah.
So I started, you know, so like pushing that movement, that brand of Family First. You know, Family First Day is what we host right here. So we host the Family First event, you know, annually every year, right? You know, in this park. So we try to bring out the children of the city, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like a family reunion for the you know what I'm saying, the people of the city, you know, the originals. Because we come from a background when we were younger, we wasn't getting along. We was always in conflict. But as you grow older, we realize like, hey, hold on. You know what I'm saying? We go the youth right now that's going through the same problems that we went through. As they get older, they'll realize it too and be like, dang, why we was so. To prevent that, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to be like the first city that kind of like shut that off early and bring back that unity, because we didn't we witnessed it in our days in other cities, and we watched how them other cities turn against each other. You know what I'm saying? So we watched this city shine for a moment, and they start turning into the drill and all that. So we try to be someone that prevent that, because I spoke on other podcasts, and it's like really important. You know what I'm saying? Is it personal to me when I speak on this? It's like, man, share what I'm speaking on that matter, because this is to prevent us as family members losing family members. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a village. So it's like, man, that tribe across the street, you know what I'm saying, getting into it, it's our families and our tribes getting into it when we go into these funerals. That's our own babies. That's the most important thing to me. And so I understand, like, you know, why it's necessary for people like Charleston White to get on there and troll. But in certain, like I say, I'm just kind of disappointed.
So tell me how you feel about that, man, because
I'm disappointed.
I seen when he was on Say Cheese.
Yeah.
He was on there and he was talking, and you know, he was talking about how, you know, the situation with the community and how a lot of kids lost their lives, and you know, this stuff been going on, but they really put a light on G Money, Lil Ronnie, because of, you know, the situation at hand, because of who he is.
And I can say that same thing.
And that thing right there with me is like, you shined the light on it and talked about how you feel like it could have been prevented, and like, we got to stop this and that. Then I see a video a little bit later on talking about how he like, fuck the baby, fuck G-Money. You know, what's your speculation on that, man? How you feel about that, man?
That's why I'm saying the only reason I'm using him as an example, because he's just another Texas nigga just like us. He's you know, community man just like us. I'm not, like they say, you're not bigger than the program, that situation, meaning you're not above those that was before you.
Right.
That goes for me too. So it's like, you know, he can be like, man, who the hell is this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That goes for both of us. So it's like the conflict comes there. Our egos come into play when we can't be corrected when we know we be in the wrong. So I'm meaning that now you, in my eyes, you're going to be labeled as just another Texas rapper. Right. Because you're just going acapella. That's all it is. You're speaking the same what you was against. You saying you against these kids talking about smoking two cribs and all the stuff, you know, smoking each other. But here it is, you're saying F the baby, dissing the dead. So you're being a hypocrite in your own way. I understand we get upset in this because here it is, I can relate where I fell victim to it. I'm like, dang, why my city turning up for George Floyd? You know what I'm saying? Because the police did this to him. When we done lost a brother right here, Scotty Reed, with the police, and that shit hurt me personally, because it's like my brother and his mama got a grieve. You know what I'm saying? His sister, they crying real tears. She braiding his hair. You know what I'm saying? Scotty, she braiding this man's hair. Her brother, while he, you know, his deceased body to prepare him for a funeral. It's like over police killing him. So it's like, so I can understand your passion, like how he feel. Oh, what y'all crying for? And this is always going on. So I understand that, but it's a level of respect for those people's family. So you don't disrespect that part. That innocent child ain't got nothing to do with all the games and trolling shit you want to play. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's consequences behind those things. You don't want to incite your own people. You didn't make it to that level. I wish I done made it to that level where everybody recognize me and respect my word and tune in when I talk, so we can galvanize our unity and get some, you know what I'm saying, productive in our own community. But at the end of the day, I understand the trolling took you to that level. You didn't make it there. You don't have to do that shit no more. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to never disrespect nobody's dead and all that to get the point across no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what was the reason for that? You see what I'm saying? That's what hurt most people who been pushing it, because it was people like Martin Luther King who we greatly disrespect, and that man barely uttered a word against his own people and still face, you know what I'm saying, death by trying to push the movement. That's what made, like, people were, oh, he wasn't like, man, that man finally caught on to the mission of us being indigenous and spoke on that shit and got killed behind that shit. You see, this is someone who was really able to galvanize us and change bills behind that shit. And behind the people, don't make it like we were soft behind it. It's the people tore up city to city, burned down city to city. So they passed the bill in the next week behind it because it was unrest. Blacks ain't nothing to play with. That's an illusion. We not the minority, we the majority. That's an illusion. We just don't classify together. Some of us classify as black, some of us classify as African American, some of us classify as native and indigenous. We don't agree. So our numbers is disparate. That's the only problem.
And I feel like, you know, speaking on agreement, I feel like that's where the big issue is in our communities, man, and with, you know, just even with music, man, with the rap game and everything, man, you got this side playing that side. This person, they yelling gang over here, gang over there. When at the end of the day, bro, everybody working for the same goal. To get their bag and be able to take care of their family and their kids. And then to look at like the situation at hand with G-Money, Lil Ronnie, it's kind of sad because it's like, this dude was just doing what he had to do to take care of his family and his kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, bro, like, that's what's important, bro. That's what's important. Trying to raise your child in the world that's got so much already going against you anyway, but to be able to do it in a successful way that got interrupted with whatever this beef was, and this child didn't even know the first step of what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the, like, when they be trying to say black culture and all that, culture is just the effect. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the cause. So that's what going on in every city to city. So I try not to speak on other people's politics because it's like personal. So it's like, you know how you tap in and speaking on a touchy subject. It's like right now, this child life is lost. Who am I to be speaking? And then them people around, you know, the family will feel a certain type of way, and the other side gonna feel a certain way. That's the same thing in our own city. So people, that's why I be telling people, don't entice these young men like they not as dangerous as the other people. You know what I'm saying? We just as dangerous, we just as friendly. We just, you know what I'm saying? It's Southern hospitality here, it's grimy little dudes here. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, respectfully, if we get back to the true history, this is what they know. They try to keep leaders silent. You know what I'm saying? And when we get the mission. If you know true history, we'll see how we got to where we are now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say the effect. We in the stage of once bloodshed, it's hard to stop that. People be like, well, why y'all got black on black crime? It's white on white crime. That's just what happens. You know what I'm saying? It's the nature of things. When you got people in their area, they're going to attack their own people. Now, the problem is the poor resources and all that. But let's be honest. What we have is, they say the music is, you know what I'm saying? But the music is just a reflection of what's really going on in the community. So who pushed that movement and all that? What disrupted? Right now, like we said, we the people that's been indigenous, like the empires. That's a mound. Who kicked the goddamn mound? You see what I'm saying? That's what the fuck happened. We was indigenous people here. These people came, invading, and disrupted these people. We've been fighting and all this type of stuff took place. Now you have a group of people. If you understand where these gangs and stuff come from, it's no problem. It's just like a church and state. You have the right to have organizations. That's where you have Nation of Islam, Moorish Science Temple, Black Panthers. If you understand, in these organizations was the original form, and then once they got infiltrated and destroyed in such a way, you had it where these younger groups spiraled from that and created what you call gangs. But they wasn't gangs. It became considered gang banging when they started turning on themselves. Because in the beginning, once they dismantle, let's use California example. You kill the Black Panthers, and what do you develop? You make other groups called the Crips and the Bloods, which was for the community. From that. They was for the community. So there's nothing wrong for having members in our neighborhood, for one, who want to be for the community. Once you come and just put spies and turn them against each other, that's what made it on what side of town y'all from? Don't that sound familiar? Same thing in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Now you got it where the Moors and Nation of Islam become, you got little organizations under that street corner, trying to keep the knowledge of wisdom and unity for your people against the police and all that, against the government attacking our communities and all that. It turns into what people say is our first sellout move was selling drugs to ourselves in the community. You see what I'm saying? It's no different than snitching on, you know what I'm saying, your people in the community. You selling drugs. Then it's robbers in our community. We let these things get, you know what I'm saying, get away. And then what it does, we start selling ourselves. We start letting it. Now we try to make it like it's a code of honor amongst, you know what I'm saying, these grimy dudes. It's grimy people in the game that survive. The good dudes got murdered early. You know what I'm saying? They got crossed out by their partners and sent to jail. It's a lot of factors that took place. So we ended up with this type of formula over the years, and us actually killing each other. Once they open the door, you gotta think about it. A generation, 1 year. Once that happens in 1 year, can mess it all up and send us backwards. Because once the bloodshed happens within our own community, now the family is at odds. And that's what happened in every city we see. Every situation. So now you have it where you see this situation where, homie, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying their situation, I'm speaking on where we from. We know a situation where now cousins are at it. You know what I'm saying? Friends and family members are at it. Because it's like, man, you did this. Now it ain't safe for your people and this and that. So it's like now it's no honor codes and none of that stuff. It's like it's so grimy we don't care about each other. It's to that point. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to keep saying that.
This, man, like, so my biggest trepidation, man, is that our people never wake up and realize that we need help. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that because in the melanated people's home and black people's homes, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say black because people understand that. People understand that more than saying a melanated man or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But in the black communities and black homes, we weren't up for no counseling and therapy, and you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that might be something that's missing in our communities too, because we got a lot of stuff bottled up in us. And what we dealing with right now with this black on black violence, with brothers killing each other and thinking it's okay to kill a child and things like that, man, I feel like that is really at the top of the pedestal when it comes to like mental health problems.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's a mental thing that I think we need to be working on as a people.
It
we
is.
Need to be tapping into that,
it make,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like we deal with PTSD. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, whatever them labels the psychologists put out there.
Yeah.
If anybody is dealing with all those psychological traumas, it's our people. You know what I'm saying? More than anybody.
Right.
And they be like, oh, well, y'all didn't face the effects of slavery and all that. First of all, it was prisoners of war on both sides. Don't make it like we were just slaves.
Right.
This shit didn't come about until the Peace Treaty, Emancipation Proclamation, where we goddamn agreed to stop killing on both sides.
Right,
so don't make the story like it was one way, we were just slaves. You better understand Texas was the last ones for a reason.
Right.
So it's a lot to go into, but I'm saying that to say the mentality over the years makes us, some of us, where we don't even know how to, like, I'm supposed to be able to go to any city and I see my people, like how we used to say Southern hospitality. It's supposed to be the same way. I go to New York, brothers up there, I see them, oh man, they gonna let me in Harlem, let me in the party, you know. It's supposed to be welcome in, like how we welcome people in the party.
Right.
But we didn't got to an era that we comfortable when we see other groups.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We see our own people, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You know, these fools probably finna hate if I wear my chain.
Yeah.
These fools, you know, they try to jack something. So we clutching.
We still clutching, get
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, boom, it's a cold situation.
Yeah,
so I understand the ears all the way around. It's like, and now it make it where, you remember the genre we had at one point in the hip hop made you dance.
Yeah.
Now it's making you just want to shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's no dance movement. It's more they bobbing their head, ready to pull up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I understand when people do talk about the culture. I'm not gonna act like I'm blind to that part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because we always know there was a gangster element that was driving us in a negative way. But that's when we on negative time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if our communities, just like you said, the nature, the outdoor part. This is therapeutic. When you start seeing your people out here celebrating, partying, getting along, just now we knowing each other. Oh, them was that shadow and children right there. That's his cousin, his name. Like them my cousin, his name. So now they grow up together, community outside again. Right now, what we see, I don't know how it is in other cities. That's why I'm trying to speak too much about other cities to make it like I'm comparing or making it less or this and that. I'm saying it to say we don't see as much when we grew up. All of us was outside.
We was
now
outside.
It's more, you know what I'm saying, people scared of people spraying it up and all this because it's, you know, it's a dog world. It's messed up right now.
It is,
so I'm saying that to say, if we start seeing the outside and this next generation, they don't want to be a part of that bullshit. Like, what sense does it make to listen to a song and talking about killing his own all day? You know what I'm saying, man? You talking about catching these bodies and this and then that's who like started that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you understand what the Jewish people, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know if I'm supposed to speak on this on your platform, but it's like, that's the group of people that censor us the most and keep the chains on us. Like, you can't say nothing about them Jewish people, but they run the record label and help the youngsters that don't understand promote the bullshit. So it's like, if my music is just a kill, you see what I'm saying? Or to tell niggas to come in here and blow money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never told you nigga how to get no money. I'm just blowing money or drilling shit, or actually incriminating my shit. I'm influencing the other youngsters to incriminate, put that shit on camera, put my guns on camera. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas is illegal to carry. I'm not saying don't carry, I'm saying be legal to carry. You see, that's what I'm saying? So it's like they make us think being illegal is the only way. That's what made Black Panthers, you know what I'm saying? Are forced to be reckoned with because they were trying to be legal. You know what I'm saying? Now you have it where certain people among the organizations doing criminal activities, you can put it in the media like the whole organization. That's not what this shit is about. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that shit when we find out somebody in the Christian church is doing it. You don't tear down the whole Catholic church. You see what I'm saying? But we as a people,
and that's with anything.
That's what I'm saying. But we as a people are the only ones have allowed the government to make us so negative. That we allow them to tear down our organizations and stand back. You know, so that's what makes
accepting the negativity.
And that's what makes certain is fearful for leaders in our generation. You see what I'm saying? Because they looked at it. Man, Malcolm got and you know, we can name all of them in that generation, the 60s and the 90s. It's like nobody wanted to be a leader after that in the 70s, but a few selected, and they kept it in that let's keep it right here level. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that to say, we are entering a time where it's going to rekindle back up because people are tired. You know what I'm saying? Like today we have an incident where, you know what I'm saying, the family members, you know what I'm saying, like they lost a child today from a stabbing at a middle school. It's like, come on, man. It's like, what are we? And then people try to blame the teachers or blame the parents. I'm saying, man, it's the whole community because of the vibration.
I think this is the biggest issue right here. The biggest issue to me, man, is the governing has to come back. We have to bring the governing back. When we stop governing the communities and stuff like that, I feel like that's where everything fell apart, man. We got to start back, like being parents to other people.
Yes, sir. That's self-government. That's what we bring them out. Because when we do this right here, we kind of, you know what I'm saying, everybody know we got them all participating. Other parents are, hey, get them over here, bring them, so they understand the village. You know what I'm saying? That's what we trying to bring back with that. But continue, bro, because you know what I'm saying, I know what you own. And what you mean by that.
And that's what it is, my brother. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, in a lot of circumstances, man, I feel like our people, man, especially this young generation, I feel like they was lost coming into this shit. They was lost coming into it. If they knew who they truly were and they was more tapped into the history behind who they are, who they people is, their ancestors, their grandmas, their mamas, like if they was more tapped into who they truly are and the power that they really possess, I think their vision would be a little bit different, man. All they seeing through is like a whole little foxhole. They looking through a foxhole, bro. And all they seeing is just that one little area right there. They not seeing nothing else on either side of them. They just seeing straight away. So whatever's being presented to them through social media, through, you know, bad influence and all that. And I think they running with that and they seeing other people do it. They feel like killing is cool. You know what I'm saying? Instead of telling the people around them how they can elevate each other and get money, man. And you know what I'm saying?
What you said is that
money is better.
Yes. And then what you pointed out, the history, that's why I said, if I'm gonna just throw things out there, hopefully some of the, you know what I'm saying, viewers kind of do the research when we understand, like Operation Paperclip, Operation Mockingbird, certain things is things that took place with this government to where you got eugenics and all this, you got Rockefeller public funded schools, you know what I'm saying? These are people that did a work to indoctrinate our people. Like when we tell the story about the Indian in a certain way, no, the story was really to hypnose us to think some other thing and make us be looking everywhere but within self and don't know nothing. So it's like to keep it that way, to water down every generation to where we don't even care about history or know that, you know what I'm saying, true concept of things, to where it's too late. You know what I'm saying? So now think about the young men in the 60s and 70s and all that, their conscious level in the 20s. Think about what brother we talking about. He was only, what, 20, 21 when the government went over there and assassinated him in California. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about this stuff. Assassinating these brothers in Chicago, it's like because of their level of intelligence passed on from their fathers. And that's what it's been a generation gap, because we was the gap that did that social experience, the 70s and 80s babies and 90s, where you're going through the era of drugs and the fathers are going to be wiped out, missing. So it's single mothers trying to raise a, you know what I'm saying, a child while they got to try to work. And so we was misinformed so much that we can only pass so much on. You know what I'm saying? We stepped into the game.
We gave misinformation away.
So I said, like, what's that, the chicken hawk? I said that cartoon was about us. You know, remember he was trying to figure out how to eat, that was about our generation. You see what I'm saying? That was the, you know what I'm saying, illusion that was put on us. Like, so we was, think about that chicken hawk, and had the father to guide him, to teach him. And so that's what I'm meaning about our men are finally coming back to that awakening stage in such a majority group now that is unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel, you know what I'm saying, like, as Martin Luther King said, I've been to the mountaintop, you feel, you know, so happy, like, we ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's so many black fathers stepping up. We get a bad rap, but we the leading, you know what I'm saying, fathers who are active. You know what I'm saying? We get a bad rap, but all these other elements of criminal activities are leading by this European person who's putting out these statistics. You know what I'm saying? The leading rapist, the leading pedophile, the leading this and that. It's all them. Don't put this stigma on us, like, if they paint this picture on the television because they put us in the news or the movies and give us a negative, you know what I'm saying, narrative, you know what I'm saying? But we try to change that. And like, you know, the brother shout out to the brother in Temple, you know what I'm saying? Tony, changing the narrative, you know what I'm saying? We got to shout out a lot of the brothers who are Tonyo, you know what I'm saying? Brothers who are actually doing with the Impossible Teen Center, you know, people who are actually trying to put forth these efforts and so many like
Van Tony,
yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? And the brother, don't get me wrong, I'm trying to think, Regis, I mean, with the brothers who are also, you know what I'm saying, building and doing so much with buying up the community, you know what I'm saying? We got to help so much. Then I have, I want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, 14's Hooker Lounge for, you know what I'm saying, giving the opportunity. And, you know what I'm saying, that's an open spot, black-owned business as well, to where people can, you know, come downtown and show support to our own people having establishment. That's what we was talking about. Making money is important. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, instead of showing you this way, I'm going to show you how to, you know what I'm saying, build a fence, get on his roofing. I'm going to show you how to get the money the legal way, because we back then, we had all the businesses. We were attacked. That's what I'm saying. That's what the problem. People are like, oh, y'all crying about reparation. It's about the point we were attacked and lost businesses, and our families are set back and have to restart.
We gotta restart.
You see what I'm saying?
But the thing is, man, what I'll say on that, man, real quick, man, because I do want to get into the first day situation. But I do want to say this, man. I feel like the fact that we are made aware of these things now it's time for us to tap in. Like, for the ones who haven't tapped in, it's time for them to tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be a dynamic, and that's going to be like, I feel like it's going to energize us as a whole, man. It's like a match that strikes. It take one match to set a whole fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once we strike the right match and everybody start lighting up that match in their head, bro, we all gonna see it for what it is, bro. And we gonna understand what we have to do to keep it going for our own personal, you know, well-being, for our communities and stuff like that. That's where we got to go with it, bro. That's what it's time for. It's time for us to tap in. It's time for us to continue to do stuff for the community. Speaking on community, man, you know what I'm saying? As we've been speaking this whole time, Family First Day. I kind of want to get a little bit into that, man. Talk about Family First Day. Tell us a little bit about, you know what I'm saying, when you finna do it, you know what I'm saying? What day you finna do it?
This year, you know what I'm saying, April 12th, 2025. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be out here. That's a Saturday, starting up at 2 p.m. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be out here till at least 6 p.m. You know, sometimes we leave, keep it going after, and then we're going to go to 4T's for the, you know what I'm saying, for those that still want to party afterwards. You know what I'm saying? 4T's is on North Gray Street, 129 North Gray Street, 4T's Hooker Lounge. So, you know, it's so many ways to get in touch with, you know what I'm saying, any one of us on social media. Just type in 41 and multiple names gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? You see 41 potential, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's me up there. You see cool. Any one of you see with 41 on it, just click on there, and they'll be able to direct you to the, you know what I'm saying, the right locations and to what we got going on downtown, because it's more about positive energy. And like I'm saying, while I was speaking on that earlier, because we have our own issues in our own cities with the situation where people be talking about, because I went through that when I first came home with that's why I hate using titles. Even though respectfully, when we're putting out our art, a project, we should be able to label it whatever we want and do whatever we want to say. That's a personal thing. That's just like a person making a post. If I see somebody make a post like this, Chad put a post in there, I might like it, even if I won't even read everything. Because I might like, or I might just scroll on if I don't. But that's your opinion if you make something. So I'm saying that to say sometimes, because we didn't have a project compilation that me and the team put out. It was Hardest of the City and all that. So sometimes people might take those titles wrong and take it personally. But that's supposed to be a sport, or, you know what I'm saying, or a business. If McDonald's put out the best sandwich in the world, Burger King supposed to do what they do. It ain't supposed to be no street stuff going on. You see what I'm saying? So people out here crossing the business with the street stuff, and that's where people don't understand the history of the music. The rapper was just the front guy in the back of the days. If you understand what I'm saying, he never was really who you thinking he is. It was his team. But now they putting the actual so-called street guy want to be, you know what I'm saying, the rapper now, and put the whole street's business in front of the camera. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm by these record labels done that by design, to have it where now all our street guys who were important to stay behind out the limelight is what I mean. Now in the front light and giving up. Oh yeah, we be over here on such and such. We do this how we do it. This, you see what I'm saying? So I've been against that, but it's like I can't tell you what to do. I'm telling you, I'm suggesting you not do that because basically all you're doing is giving, you know what I'm saying, the case to these people. Right. That's all I'm saying. Right. They don't have to do nothing. They just, you gave them the whole laptop of case where they can, thank you, sir. Right. Now play it for your honor. Do we need to go any further? Okay, slam dunk you with some time and you down the road. Your people cry, you ain't getting no money. You being cycled and then you catch on later on, a decade later when you could have used that time out here is what I'm saying. Right. So
that's what they put away a lot of our teachers, bro.
Yes, sir.
They put a lot of our teachers away. When I say teachers, I mean like back when we was coming up, it was OGs that gave us game, bro, like on how to live. And I say this all the time. I've said it before. Sometimes when you look at it like, dang, we might be getting it from a negative standpoint because we in the streets too and they in the streets, but they taught us how to be men. They taught us how to be receptive to respect and taking care of the old people in the neighborhoods. And they taught us these certain things that, you know what I'm saying, that was important for us as a whole and as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that right there was a big thing, bro. Like, yes, sir. To have that teaching, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, now where we at with it now is more on, we got to keep it going. We got to keep that cycle moving, yes, man. And that's the biggest and best thing we can do as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? So now let me ask you about the lounge, man. I know you got a lot going on with that too, man. You've been promoting a lot of shows and a lot of, you know, yes, nightlight type things, man. You know, if somebody want to come to the city, man, Killeen, Texas, you know, what could they expect when they come to the lounge? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like with the lounge, it's like that's something beautiful. You know what I'm saying? To be on. You know what I'm saying? You know, my bad. I'm just paying attention to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I say that to say, it's just the point of the lounge. It's like I'm hoping that more people, you know what I'm saying, become supportive at a faster speed. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we're gonna get the support regardless. Because you know what I'm saying, that's the beauty of our city. It's so many people come through here. Like I tell people, you lame if you ain't been to the K. You know what I'm saying? People be trying to make it the opposite. I'm like, nah. Everybody from around the world come through here. You know what I'm saying? This is a checkpoint basically for a lot of people around the world, not just, you know, the state. It's for around the world. And then I talk about my state like it's the most because my state can be a nation of itself. The size of it is, the economy. So we are special in our own way. And I want us to understand that more people can support a business that's being, you know what I'm saying, operated by a team coming together, a team of, you know what I'm saying, your own people, and then trying to include more and more of our people from our community to make it, you know what I'm saying, a bigger establishment than it already is. It's new and it's something fresh. It's a place that's not, you know what I'm saying, we don't have the drama there. We don't, every other spot I encourage, you know what I'm saying, I step out and support because I want you to understand, come to Killeen. You can go to Hangover and meet a great group of people. You can go to Blueprint, meet a great group of people, Obach, you know what I'm saying? So you have to know the names around here, get into it where you can find more people and tap in. But that's why I'm speaking about 14, because that's where I'm at right now. And we bringing in another, like we got the Fridays, you know what I'm saying? It's a great group of people coming out there, new people every time. Saturdays, Singing Soldiers, Saturdays, you know what I'm saying? For all them soldiers on that base, they like, you know, yes, you know what I'm saying, popping out, yes, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing. When y'all need y'all time, you know what I'm saying, that time y'all get off, you know what I'm saying, you want to come into a spot where it's a warm welcoming, you know what I'm saying, good environment, good people, you don't have to worry about no mess. This is the place that we invite them, you know what I'm saying, and then especially the single people, you know what I'm saying, it's a place that you want to go and meet some people that's single just like you. This is a great place, you know what I'm saying, a great, you know what I'm saying, spot for people that's out of town too. We are welcoming people from Austin coming down, Temple, you know what I'm saying, Waco, you know what I'm saying?
I want to get my ball and text people down here,
sir, you know what I'm saying? And then that's a lot of things about that as well. We also, from what I have on that, people don't know, you know what I'm saying, I have the Gatorland Promotions, which is a brand that also helps a lot of uprising stars. So I might be pushing a event at a certain spot, you get the first time see a live, you know what I'm saying, this person live audience. So a lot of these artists have successfully went on to be bigger than what you even know. So you know, so I can name a few, but it's like step out and then you see some great acts in your presence. You see what I'm saying?